there's a much larger community that's going on here than the people who have shown up tonight. But we're all here, and we all know what this is about. And this has been going on for a long time. I remember that when I started back in 1984, I was a kid who had been playing heavy metal. I was a lead guitar player in a secular band, right? And not that it even worth mentioning, but that band, yeah. But then God rescued me, pulled me right out of the fire. And of course, the first thing you want to do is you want to go back to your tribe. You want to go back to your culture. You want to go back to your people. You want to inform them that Jesus loves them, right? And so I know we didn't know anybody else that was doing this. When I met up with these guys in Neon Cross, I came in, I was the new guy in Neon Cross back in 1984, right? They needed to replace their lead vocalist. So I came and auditioned for them. And it's kind of a funny story, actually, because, you know, just a few months beforehand, my hair was down to here. I looked like Ted Nugent. I was playing guitar. And then after I got saved, you know, the first thing you do when you get saved is you want to be circumcised right above the shoulder, right there. So I had taken all that stuff off, and when I auditioned for them, they were actually looking at me like, does this guy know what heavy metal is? Does he really know what heavy metal is? It was pretty funny. But all that to say, you know, that back in the day, God used Christian metal tremendously to reach a huge amount of people. And I don't like to use that word tremendously because someone else has turned it into his catchphrase, but it was tremendous, right? it was tremendous, even though somebody else is using that word.
It was huge.
Yeah, it was huge. We're going to forget all of that anyway. But you know, God is getting ready to do something again.
Right.
You know, God is, right? And it's kind of, you know, this is the time. Sanctuary answered a need. It took care of a problem, something that needed to be addressed. And it has to do with this community of bands, this community of musicians, and the people that we reach. Because let's be honest, the people that we're reaching out to tend to be a little edgy, tend to be a little bit outsiders, and they're not necessarily the first people who are going to come to church or feel comfortable in church. Right? So it's important that there's a step for them to take. So I would really encourage you to consider being more involved and being a greater part of what Sanctuary is doing. And one of the things, thank you, and one of the things that we're doing, if you're not familiar with this, is there's a big annual festival that we're having now up on the hill, on the cliffs overlooking the LA Harbor, called Light at the Lighthouse. And Sanctuary, the past 2 years, Sanctuary has sponsored a stage, and we had rockin' bands play. So this festival that has already 4 stages, right? So now we've got this 4th stage called The Edge, right on the edge of the Pacific Ocean, overlooking the edge of the cliff, playing edgy music, the edgy people. It's the edge, and we're extending the invitation to all the people who were in or have been or are currently a part of the Christian hard music scene. By hard music, I'm just going to put out the blanket, you know, whether you're doing punk or you're doing hard rock or you're doing cyber black trash metal or whatever thing it is that you're doing. Yeah. Doom surf, right. Surf doom music. So what Tony's really excited about is what we're going to do is we're going to coordinate so that next year's Righteous Rock Revolution is going to happen the Friday night before we do Light at the Lighthouse the following Saturday.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're from out of town or you know people from out of town and they're just like, you know, I want more bang for my buck, you know, they can come out to California for the weekend, and they can get all rocked out on Friday night, and then they can come, and then they can recover by getting all rocked out on Saturday as well.
Yeah, also Friday night, we're going to team up, and Sanctuary is going to do the normal Friday night worship. Tell them about that. That's going to pick up.
This is where Tony has his own elaboration on it. But what we do here on Friday nights, and some of you are already aware of this, and I don't know if there's anybody who's not aware of this. But Friday Night Sanctuary is a weekly outreach ministry that we do. And we always start off, we start with an acoustic singer-songwriter type of artist, you know, someone like Brent George or Echo Grey Wolf, someone who does that sort of thing. Then we follow up with a worship team. We've had some amazing worship teams come through here. Nation of Salvation and Radiant Cadence and Modern Day Paul and just some awesome. You know, last night we had Rock House.
Yeah.
And that's a totally rocking. Of course, the Sanctuary's own Sanctuary worship team is pretty rocking as well. And then we'll have that. And then at the end of the evening, there will be a band, right? And we've had many bands come out and play, and some of you guys have played, right?
Yes.
Divine Right and Lionheart and 3 Days in the Grave, right? So what we would like to see from the community and if everyone can get on board with this is we'd really like to bring the community together again the way that we did back in the 80s when we were so successful. You know, because we're here to help promote you, to support you, to provide materials for you, to try to help you be successful as musicianaries doing what it is that you do, right? Because you get up, you have your moment on stage where you're doing the thing that you do and you're sharing the truth that you're sharing, and then the show's over, and then have you actually reached anybody? What happens to that fruit? Pastor Bob used to describe it as like, you know, you're throwing seed out the window of your muscle car as you're driving down the freeway, right? I hope this takes fruit. I hope this takes root. Well, Sanctuary is there to come behind you and to do some watering. Do some watering and invest a little bit and try to make this as fruitful as possible. So I've probably said too much already, so I'm going to give the microphone back to Tony.
No, that's right. No, he's absolutely right. And same thing with Righteous Rock Television. We're going to work with Sanctuary SoCal and Angel City as we have been doing the last 3 years. And we're just going to continue it. So when you guys come and play, people are going to see the videos. They're going to see testimonies. They're going to see the interviews that we're going to do. So basically, we'll play a song of yours, then we'll do part of the interview. And then we'll play another song and we'll show part of the interview and then wrap it up. So that'll be basically a set that people can watch on Righteous Rock TV. So there's a follow-up there. You know, and then they can watch on their cell phones, their tablets, however they view their social media or entertainment. I'm just excited. I'm so excited, obviously, for Pastor Dave and Red and the people here in Angel City and people in the ministry of Sanctuary SoCal. And yeah, I'm stoked for you tonight because I know a lot of you out there that come here every weekend know and have seen Pastor Dave play acoustically. And most of the time, Pastor Dave is very mellow. He's not as hyper as I am. And that's a good thing. Praise the Lord. Well, wait till you see him front Neon Cross. It's going to blow you away, man. That guy just can bring it like nobody's business. And then the next band, Chaotic Resemblance from Oklahoma, great young guys in their early 20s. They go nuts. Then we got 3 Days in the Grave. That's your, described by Pastor Dave as your doom or surf doom, which is unique into it of itself. So you'll have to stay and check that out for sure. And then we end with Wicked's End, Glenn Rowland's band. Great guy. Thanks again, Glenn, for sponsoring, being a sponsor. And I believe, Joe, you know the acronym that
Christian House of Bread.
Christian House of Bread, CHOB.org. Yes. I messed it up. I put .com on the flyer. Luckily, I was able to change it. But then all the bands most of the bands on the front changed. So it was just all unique. But I learned a lot this year. And like I said, next year, come out September 1st. And then obviously stay for September 2nd for the Light at the Lighthouse. But that's about it. And hang out. Get ready for 8 o'clock, and Neon Cross will be on. Thanks again, Brian, for coming out from Minnesota.
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. That's right, Michigan. And again, Eric coming out. Appreciate it, filling in for Echo Grey Wolf. Oh, and Pastor Dave, is he back there?
Yeah.
Can we show that video, the Righteous Rock Revolution video that Eric made?
We can. We can't show it in a second.
Okay.
I need to get Red to get the projector thing.
Okay. All right, thanks. So we're going to get, Pastor Dave will get Red and we'll get the projector going. This is a premiere. You guys are seeing it first before anybody in the entire world. I haven't placed it on Facebook, which is very hard for me not to do, you know, because I always want to share everything that's new and go nuts with it. And the Lord said, no, wait and premiere it today. So this is very special. Eric worked really hard on this. I think you're going to be impressed. This is very professionally done, and it looks crazy, crazy good. This is what will be starting next year for the Righteous Rock Revolution, and going forward, this will be the main video, and be on the flyers. This logo will be on the flyers and the posters and everything. So going forward, what you're going to watch in this video will be, and if you go to Facebook, go facebook.com/Metal That's Mighty. That's my personal page. Or you can go to facebook.com/Righteous Rock TV TM. There you can see the other promo that he did that's unbelievable. It's got the Righteous Rock TV logo, and then the social media icon logos underneath, and in back is the earth spinning. And it's unbelievable. It's beyond, way beyond. I'm just so thankful for Brother Eric for doing that and coming out here today, filling in for Echo Grey Wolf. And yeah, so as soon as we get that rolling, we'll turn off the lights, we'll show that promo video, then we'll get Pastor Dave up here to do what he does and kneel across. Thanks.
And Tony's giving a free bag of popcorn to everyone who, what was that again?
What do they have to do? Stay here. Can we keep you captive with an offer of a free bag of popcorn?
Right on. Hey, let's have a big round of applause for Tony. I don't know anybody who's got more energy than this guy.
We were all thinking about him.
He's like the Energizer Bunny.